Coco Gauff's $2 million Emirates deal will change tennis forever. Inside the Dream Accelerator campaign. When Coco Gauff stepped into the soft glow of the Emirates first-class lounge in Dubai, the moment didn't feel real. Not even to her. Around her, the world moved in slow motion. The hushed conversations of global travelers, the soft clinking of champagne glasses, the aroma of saffron and cardamom rising from golden plates. Yet none of this luxury had ever been part of Coco's dream when she was a kid hitting balls against a garage door in Delray Beach, Florida. Then a man in a crisp navy suit stepped forward, an Emirates insignia pinned neatly to his lapel, and everything changed. "Coco," he said warmly, extending a hand. "Welcome to the Emirates family. Ready to accelerate your dream?" It was the beginning of a partnership so bold and so unexpected that the tennis world would spend weeks trying to understand the ripple effects. But what made headlines wasn't only the $2 million annual sponsorship, the unlimited first-class flights, or even the global marketing campaign featuring Coco as the face of future champions. What shook the world was a message behind it. Emirates wasn't just sponsoring a star. They were declaring war on inequality in global sports. And Coco Gauff was their chosen general. The announcement that shook the sport. It began on a dazzling November morning. Emirates released a cinematic video titled Dream Accelerator, where talent takes flight. It featured sweeping drone shots of deserts, oceans, skyscrapers, and, finally, Coco Gauff lacing up her shoes in slow motion as orchestral music swelled beneath her voiceover. Dreams don't care where you're from. Dreams only care how far you're willing to go. Within minutes, the video exploded across the internet. Within hours, it dominated global headlines. Within days, analysts began to speculate. Was Emirates trying to reshape tennis sponsorship forever? The details were staggering. $2 million yearly sponsorship. Unlimited Emirates first-class flights for Coco and her team. A global ambassador role for the Dream Accelerator initiative. A historic pledge to invest in young athletes from underserved communities. But the twist, the part that made the world gasp, was the personal gift added by the airline's president. A lavish honeymoon-style luxury trip around the United States for Coco and a companion of her choice, even though she wasn't married. It was symbolic, playful, showing the world that this was not a traditional sponsorship. It was personal, emotional, visionary. This wasn't a deal. This was a movement. Why Coco? Why now? Coco Gauff has always been more than an athlete. At 16, she was the world's prodigy. At 18, she became America's tennis heartbeat. At 19, she lifted her first Grand Slam trophy. By 21, she was a global icon with a voice powerful enough to electrify stadiums and social movements alike. But despite all her achievements, Emirates executives whispered the same sentence during internal meetings. She is just getting started. To Emirates, Coco represented everything their Dream Accelerator campaign was designed to capture: youthful excellence, courage to challenge tradition, commitment to inspiring communities often overlooked by major sponsors, a rising champion with the charisma to transcend sport. Tennis had long been a world of elegance, but also exclusivity. Elite travel costs alone had crushed thousands of young talents across developing countries. Emirates' vision was simple but revolutionary: level the playing field by removing the barrier of distance. If talent couldn't reach opportunity, Emirates would bring opportunity to talent. And Coco, a symbol of perseverance and possibility, became the perfect face for that message. A phone call that changed everything. Coco was on a training break in Boca Raton when her agent slid a phone across the table. "Coco," he said quietly, "Emirates wants you." She laughed. "Wants me for what?" "Free snacks on flights." Her agent shook his head. "No, they want you as the face of a global youth movement. They want to invest in your future and in the futures of millions of kids who don't have your platform." Coco blinked. She had received major offers before: fashion houses, sportswear giants, tech companies, but this felt different. The first meeting with Emirates executives lasted 4 hours. The second lasted 6. By the third meeting, Coco wasn't talking about flights or commercials anymore. She was talking about the neighborhoods she grew up near, the public courts with fading lines, The little kids who clung to fences watching older players train. The financial pressure her parents carried for years. When Emirates revealed their commitment to opening Dream Accelerator tennis hubs in underserved countries, from Haiti to Kenya to Bangladesh to the Philippines, Coco's heart surged. "This," she whispered, "is the kind of thing that changes lives." Her parents agreed, and so did every major sports economist in the world. The Dream Accelerator campaign. The campaign was a masterpiece of global storytelling. Phase 1, The Flight of Dreams. A series of ads showing young athletes boarding Emirates planes for the first time, heading to training camps, tournaments, academies. Phase 2, Courts of Hope. Emirates funding the construction of tennis centers in communities where owning a proper tennis racket is a luxury. Phase 3, Mentorship in Motion. The special gift, a honeymoon trip like no other. The moment the Emirates president revealed the surprise, Coco nearly choked on her water. "A honeymoon?" she repeated, laughing. "Sir, I'm not married." He grinned. "That's why it's fun. It's symbolic. You've worked so hard for so long. Consider this a trip of joy, a reset, a celebration of your new chapter." The itinerary included a luxury train suite in the Rocky Mountains, a private hot air balloon ride over Arizona, a 5-star spa retreat in California, a cultural road trip through Texas, New Mexico, and Georgia, a private yacht day off the coast of Miami. Coco called it the most extra gift anyone has ever given me, but she was deeply touched, not because of the extravagance, but the sentiment. It was acknowledgement of sacrifice, of relentless effort, of a childhood given to greatness. Coco's message to the world. At the official press conference, surrounded by cameras from 43 countries, Coco stepped up to the podium. She didn't read a script. She didn't recite numbers. She didn't talk about her own fame. Instead, she looked straight into the sea of lenses and said, "No dream is too far when someone believes you deserve the chance to chase it. Emirates believes in me, and now, together, we're going to believe in millions of young athletes who just need one opportunity." The room erupted in applause. History had been made. Epilogue, the legend begins. Weeks later, a young girl in Nairobi would receive her first tennis racket. A boy in Manila would step onto a real court for the first time. A gifted teen in Dhaka would get a scholarship to train abroad. And in a small community center in Haiti, children would point at Coco on the wall and whisper, "Someday that could be me." And maybe it will, because Coco Gauff's partnership with Emirates is more than a sponsorship, more than marketing, more than wealth, fame, or luxury. It is a promise that dreams belong to everyone, and that when a champion rises, they can lift the world with them. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.